Hey fans, good day to webs, it's me, back for another Star Trek, the official Starships collection review video. This time we're doing issue number 131, Arctic 1, United Earth Arctic 1. So as per usual we're getting the nice classy magazine and the ship itself, but more on that in a little while. So, Arctic 1. Type research vessel operated by the Earth Science Institute, launched 22nd century, length 80 metres approximately, crew 5 plus 25 mission specialists, top speed 1.4, so ain't getting very far very quickly. Weaponry none. We've got a nice view of it there, which is quite nice. The Arctic 1 was a specialised research ship used in extreme cold weather environments. It was employed by various organisations related to the Earth Science Council. It was fitted with ski pods, meaning it could land safely on ice and snow-covered terrain. Yeah, so then we got some topographical views there, which is very nice, but no landing pads out. You got the bottom view and you got the front and back there. The A6 excavation team that flew the Arctic 1 to the Arctic Circle in 2353 was led by Drake. Other members of the team were named included Rooney, a female researcher, and Dr. Moninger. Fake snow. The simulated snow that was used in the Arctic 1 set and Regeneration was actually salt and had previously been used as snow on Rura Penthe set in the early episode Judgment. Skiing has never been seen in Star Trek, but has been mentioned several times. In 2364, Wesley Crusher and 11 other students took skiing lessons on the holodeck. Holodeck simulation of Danubian Alps in 2374. Tom Paris, B'Elanna Torres went on a holographic ski day in San Moritz. Writer Mike Sussman on Regeneration, so it goes into the episode Regeneration there, and it's a fantastic episode with the Borg. Made them a bit scary again. It's really cool. And then Mike Sussman goes into other episodes, like he mentions the Bynars get a name drop, the Ferengi get a name drop as well, I think. Oh yeah, the Ferengi brought back in earlier season 1 episode of Enterprise, in the episode Acquisition. This was not written by Sussman, but was also criticised for apparently violating canon, although Captain Archer and his crew never learned the name of their species. So, and we've got creating the Borg costumes now. This is pretty cool. As you can see, that is 2 of 47, I believe, in Best of Both Worlds. And then we've got one of the very early drawings of a Borg drone costume. Now that looks fucking scary, if you ask me. It's the vacant eyes that get me with that. That's pretty cool. And then you got you got a picture of the sample of the costume there, and the sample of the tubing, which is really cool. Doradina Rice's favourite design that was too complicated to make. The simple card below shows materials that was used for the original Borg costumes. Yeah, they do look scary, those. And then sort of we got some more images of the Borg costumes there. Something that would be more akin to, but again, it's those vacant eyes that they should have had, and the darkened skull-like eyes. And then we get, obviously, a little bit more closer to, as we see them in Q2 and Best of Both Worlds. And then we've got a bit more, more like the things we eventually see. And then we've got more of a first contact design on there, which is really cool. And then we've got a very early image of the very first Borg we see on screen, being touched. This costume being touched up there. It's pretty cool. And then we've got on screen, of course, this appeared in Regeneration, Enterprise. In the DVD Blu-ray commentary for the Regeneration, writer Mike Sussman reveals that the original idea was for the Borg to keep adding parts to the Arctic One till it eventually became a Borg sphere. Ultimately, they decided not to do this, as it might confuse the audience if they suddenly changed shape. It also felt that perhaps the Borg would not be able to turn Arctic One into a Borg sphere, as a relatively short time they possessed the ship. Luis Ortiz was a background and stand-in actor who played numerous aliens on Deep Space Nine, Voyager and Enterprise. He played a Borg on several occasions, including Regeneration. Most of the Borg in this episode played by stuntmen who regularly worked on Enterprise. If Enterprise had gone to a 5th season, there was plans to follow-up episode to Regeneration. This would have involved bringing back Alex Krieg as a Starfleet medical technician who makes contact with the Borg in this episode and resulted in her becoming the Borg Queen. Why didn't we get that? That's fucking awesome. But anyway, that's the magazine. Now, here's a knock at the front door there. It was a bit weird. Yeah, somebody seen the cat, so bless them. Anyhow, on to the ship itself, but we need this one as well, so we'll bring that one in just a moment. So, onto the ship itself, we have the Arctic One, and you know what? Very nice, very, very nice, actually. I really do like it. It's a shade of green, which is unusual for Earth-based vessels, and you've got the landing skis out, which is really cool as well. Excuse me. Very unprofessional there, Tony. So we've got the symbol of the Arctic Science Division there, which is pro, and it says Arctic Exploration on it. And you've just got some really nice details in there as well, especially on the underside there. You've got sort of these vent parts causing heat damage there, and you've got some really nice purple, it looks like, underneath there. It looks grey here, but looks purple on the video. It's not a bad thing, it's really cool. I like all the pinstriping there is on there. Not pinstriping, sorry, the Aztecing all on the underside. You've got these, I guess these are control thrusters as it comes into land. Retro thrusters, there we go, that's what I meant to say. You've got a nice sort of warp engine at the back there, and oh, that's a little bit cockeyed. And it does land, and you can land it. It's got landing gear, and you can land it, which is pretty cool. So, what do I think of this one? I love it. I think it's great. Now, comparison time. We had the assimilated Arctic One, and back in issue 99, I think. Or was it 101? Around that sort of area. And here is the assimilated one. Yeah, it is lacking, I have said this before, it is lacking like a grey wash, silver wash on some of those Borg parts. And here is the unassimilated one. You'll notice off the bat that this one is bigger. I think they did it that way so that you could accommodate all this Borg stuff on it, which they didn't do on this one. It's nice to have it. It'd be nice if it was the same scale, I must admit. But you can see the Borg adaptations they did to it. They proper fucking assimilated that shit, didn't they? Yeah, so do you know what? It's nice to have the before and after, but it's a bit weird that we got the after before the before, which doesn't make any sense. But there you go. There's the comparison and that. So you got basically all this Borg garbage on it on the underside there. But I'm not talking about that one. Talking about this one. Very nice. It's a very unusual ship to have. Again, this is a ship that they didn't need to make because I felt that it was enough with this one. But it's a nice addition, especially if you like your Enterprise. You can have this as a... Because I know a few people that don't do reviews and stuff. They are grouping the ships. So you got the original series. Well, they're doing Enterprise, Discovery, original series, sort of TMP movies, then Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and then sort of then they're having their in betweens. You know, like the concept design ones and stuff like that. So there's a lot of people doing different things, which is pretty cool. You know, each to your own. You know, that's all right. And I'm going to sneeze. I do apologise. No, it's not coming to gum. So, should you get this? Yes, you should. Yes, you really should. Oh, I never noticed that. I like that. That's pretty cool. So you can see when the landing gear goes in, it fits nicely into this little divot there, so it all folds in there. And of course, this is not going to do it. A little bit. You can do it a little bit, but I don't want to break it. So you can imagine if it goes into warp, it can do that. You know, so that's pretty cool. I never noticed that before. Yeah, you can see like the railings there fit in really nicely. Who designed this bastard? I'm sure it's John Eves. I'm sure it is. It does have a John Eves about it, you know. John Eves, yeah, I knew it would be. That's no bad thing. It just shows you that he does good ships. And you got a mini deflector dish just there when it goes to warp. For 1.4, didn't get it very far. And then they modified it. The Borg assimilated it and made it to go 5.1 and then 5.5, I believe they got it to. So yeah, should you get it? Yes, you should. It's something a little bit different, and it bulks out the set, and I'm really impressed. Really impressed. And it does come with a stand, and it just says. It says moon transport on the bottom of this one. Look at that. Moon transport. So, and it does fit on the stand quite nicely thus. Yeah, it looks really cool. And it'll look nice next to your simulated Arctic one, which I'm going to put back on its stand when I remember how to do this one, because it's a very unique stand. There you go, it fits on like that. And that one just connects to that as well. So, yeah, so it's a nice companion piece to have them both side by side. It's just a little bit of a shame that this one isn't the same scale as this one. You know, I mean, yeah, you probably... I think they could have got away with it. I think they could have got away with it. But then there you go. That's just the way they do it. So anyway, that's me. That's the unassimilated Arctic one. So please feel free to check out my other playlist here of all Star Trek goodies and videos, and hit that notification bell to tell I've got new content out. Hit subscribe and hit Patreon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.